Thank you for having a look at this introduction to visual meta. The goal is to make governments more accountable, academia better connected, and reducing the power of fake news by writing a few words at the end of a book or document. Our approach is to make documents more powerfully interactive for faster and deeper reading, as well as better thought out writing, and make citing faster, easier, and more reliable, all the while supporting robust archiving at very, very low technical and user cost. This approach builds more richly interactive environments where the elements in the environments are more aware of themselves, what their characteristics are, and their contexts. The key is to let documents know more about who they are, how to cite them, what they contain, and how they're structured. We're trying to build virtual information landscapes, not just keep having frozen pixels. So this is paper meta. We've all picked up books, and most of us, most of the time, we ignore the information on one of the first pages, which has the title, the name of the publisher, the author, and so on. This is PDF meta. Just kidding, there is hardly ever any actual meta information attached to a PDF. So what we've done is taken visual meta and added it as an appendix to the end of a document. We're not introducing a new standard. This is essentially BibTeX used in a novel way. The first bit is an introduction where it says what version of visual meta is used and what generated the document. That's followed by the actual pure BibTeX that has the name of the author, title of the document, and so on. This is what's used for citing the document. Structure is in the JSON part of the document, where the document can have any headings highlighted to what levels they are, so the reading software can use that information. It can also optionally have the name of an author if a specific section was written by another person than the main author. This is some of the visual meta for the Future of Text book. There's quite a lot of text, but it can be printed very tiny in the PDF, so it's not really an issue. And I'd also like to note that in actual visual meta, there is a huge chunk at the beginning, which is pure English writing of what this is. Writing to a person who may not be able to get in touch with us today, but who would like to have the functionality of visual meta, but also someone who may be looking at this in the far, far distant future. The specific benefits of visual meta include advanced interactions while reading, such as being able to fold the document into an outline, add and access a glossary very quickly and easily, and endnotes. Augmented copy, which means that the user can select text in a document that has visual meta, and when that text is copied, the visual meta is included in the copy. So when it is then pasted in a word processor, it's pasted as a full citation, meaning that when the user exports that document, this cited bit of text is exported in the reference section as well. It can also allow academic citation styles to be neutral, so you can export in Vancouver or Harvard or whatever style you want, and then the reader can choose to have it formatted in a different style. It also enables computational text, such as being able to have mathematical equations in the text, which visual meta makes explicit for reader software to use. This approach also allows for server surfacing of the data in the document, including what's inside tables and graphs and so on, by specifying what the X and Y axis includes and any other information that could be useful to analyze in volume. This is supported by the fact that this is legacy safe. It is just text at the end of a document, so a normal current PDF reader which doesn't know visual meta will have no issue with it. It's just a visual text appendix. It is so robust that it can be printed, scanned, and OCR'd again, and no data is lost. If we agree that metadata is as important as data, why not put it on the same level? The appendix can also have an appendix where annotations and amendments can be written down. For instance, if the user selects text and highlights it in the PDF, that could be noted here live to make it easy for server software or reader software to allow the user to search for any highlighted text and so on. I put a bold statement in the beginning of this to get your attention, to make governments more accountable, academia better connected, and reducing the power of fake news. How we go about that is by making the communication more connected to sources through better citations and give the reader powerful interactions to read. Please have a look at the augmentedtext.info website to see a demo video of how this works. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch. This is a picture of our son Edgar, who hopefully will grow up in a world with much more interactive and robust documents.